Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be checking out the new Quixel MegaPlants asset packs from Fab, which include the cherry tree, giant bamboo, pine, and black alder asset packs. These MegaPlants are fully procedural vegetation assets for Unreal Engine, meaning they were procedurally generated using the new foliage editor inside of 5.7. Each one comes with editable presets built for the procedural vegetation editor, so you can customize and create your own plant variations directly inside of the graph. They feature controls for shaping the vegetation and support for Nanite foliage workflows with really high performance rendering. Each pack also includes branch meshes, textures, and material instances to help you quickly build high quality vegetation setups. On top of that, they do support dynamic wind using skeletal meshes, which gives you this wind animation for Nanite foliage. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at what these packs include and how they work inside of Unreal Engine. Now, before we jump into the video, if you're serious about learning game development in Unreal Engine 5, I have a complete course where you'll build a full multiplayer survival game from scratch. In this course, we'll create a drag and drop inventory system, a full crafting system for unique items and tools, a harvesting system where you can chop down trees, mine rocks, and gather resources. We also build a modular base building system and add a Rust style clans feature so players can team up and raid other bases. You'll create multiple weapons and tools, including things like a rifle and a rocket launcher, and we'll finish by setting up Steam multiplayer voice chat and even hosting a dedicated server on AWS. There's over 70 plus hours of learning content, and if you are interested, check out the course on my website smartpoly.teachable.com or check the link in the description below. And with all that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Okay, so here we are in the level. I've got all the new Quixel MegaPlants asset packs downloaded in this scene, and we're going to start over here with the brand new cherry tree. So this foliage pack is absolutely insane. I mean, you can see just the crazy amount of detail and all these little cherry blossoms. So what's crazy about this is if I actually zoom up here, you can see that each one of these little blossoms is an actual mesh. This is not using any sort of traditional foliage cards. We'd have a couple of different mesh cards for things like the branches, but instead here we're using actual geometry. So if I actually show you guys like the wireframe, yeah, you can see just how many triangles this cherry tree has. And what's even crazy is I can go into the Nanite visualization to show you guys just all of the triangles. And I think this view is a little bit more intense. So yeah, just look how dense the other cherry blossom trees are. This one over here is sort of like this sapling tree. Let's go ahead and check out some of the other ones. So it gets a lot more dense over here. And if I zoom in the middle, yeah, look how crazy that is. That is a lot of geometry. And so apparently in The Witcher 4, they're supposed to use this technology for the foliage, for all the trees in the environment. And so these are all procedurally generated inside of Unreal Engine 5.7 using the Procedural Vegetation Editor. So essentially what they do is they take a couple of meshes, so a couple of branches that include some of these cherry blossoms, and then with that they can generate this entire tree procedurally, actually all four of these meshes. And they can also rig them with skeletons, so you can actually animate it and have sort of like a wind animation. So yeah, look how crazy this looks. So I'm recording this in 4K. Hopefully you can see the crazy amount of detail. But yeah, if we fly in here, you can see just the dense amount of geometry in here. And we really haven't seen this type of, I don't know, foliage inside of really any sort of game or maybe even any sort of real-time or rendering program. And I could be wrong, but, you know, it's just unheard of to have this amount of geometry to represent things like, you know, just tree branches and these cherry blossoms. And if I look up at the sun here, you can see kind of how the light seeps through. But yeah, look at all the branches as well. So yeah, those are the cherry trees. And over here we have these alder trees. So again, if you look, you can see the light is like hitting every single leaf. Every single leaf in here is its own separate mesh. So they're not using the traditional foliage cards here. So that's why you can see the actual light, the sunlight reflecting off of each leaf. And so yeah, like I said, The Witcher 4 is supposed to have this sort of detail when it comes to the foliage. In fact, they showcased it in their tech demo with a pine needle tree. And in fact, we actually have a pine needle tree over here. So this one over here is a pine tree, and there's a lot of aliasing with the pine needles. Like, it's very noticeable because of, I don't know, just how thin each one of these needles are. Like even with the 4K monitor. But let me go ahead and show you guys the Nanite triangle view here. So let's go into triangles. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. So this is like the Witcher 4 demo where they showed us those pine trees. I think this is even more intense. I feel like this is way more dense than what we saw. And yeah, I think the aliasing is a lot worse. You can see off in the distance if you're staring really at the corners, but even up close too. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's just something that needs to be adjusted. Maybe they need to just adjust the density of some of these needles, because I think that's a little too intense here. Kind of just looks like a big buzzball. So yeah, look at that. We haven't seen this type of detail really in any kind of game. And, you know, gamers, they probably don't really even care about this. Should stuff like this really matter? Like, it doesn't really matter that much. You know, having more details in foliage. Yeah, sure, it adds maybe to like the realism, but at the end of the day, is it actually worth it? You know, having this amount of detail. Maybe if you're creating like a one-to-one real life, I don't know, hiking simulator, something like that. But yeah, I don't know. Over here we have this beach rose plant. So this is sort of like this bush. And let me zoom in here. You can see all the leaves, all little textures there. I'm pretty sure I actually have one of these bushes planted outside, believe it or not. But yeah, look at this. Looks like this one has sort of like these thorns, or maybe like these dead leaves. Right behind it, we have the willow tree. So yeah, let's look at these leaves over here and the trunk. So I believe the trunk is just using like a texture, and they procedurally generate the trunk and just apply the material onto it, and it kind of generates all the materials for the branches. And once you've gone ahead and actually created these in the Procedural Vegetation Editor, you can bake them out like they've done here to either skeletal meshes or static meshes. So you'd use skeletal meshes so that you could rig it and animate it for wind effects. So yeah, these are the bamboo trees over here. So yeah, you can see various different bamboo, and these things are actually pretty tall. And if we zoom in on the leaves, yeah, you can see the texture. Let's go into the Nanite view here, and I want to show you guys the voxelization. So yeah, in 5.7, you're using the Nanite voxels. That's how they're actually able to run this. So if we use the command here, we can set the mesh LED offset to a little exaggerated so we can actually see the voxels in action. So we can zoom out here and can kind of see what it's doing behind the scenes in order to sort of optimize the foliage afar. So for far away, it's going to sort of voxelize the foliage, but if we get close enough to it, it will switch to the triangles. So here is the Nanite view. You can see the voxels. If I zoom in and get close enough, we can see that it's transitioned into those triangles. Now I actually want to check out the cherry tree over here, because I think this will be even crazier. So yeah, look at all of those voxels there. It's sort of representing the tree from afar. So I'm guessing the player would be pretty far away from this mesh, and this would be like the representation using these voxels. But if the player got, you know, close within range, then they're going to see the Nanite mesh streamed in there. So we can go ahead and actually just turn this back to 0 to reset that. Now to download these packs, you can head over to the Quixel MegaPlants page over here. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. As you can see, they have a couple of different packs that you can download, and each one of them comes with the meshes, but also the vegetation editor asset. So in order to actually add this to your project, you'll need to go to your edit project settings, and you're going to have to search for Nanite foliage. You'll want to make sure that you enable this Nanite foliage experimental feature. Then also the other setting that you need to do is in your plugins. You want to go over to your plugins and you want to search for the Procedural Vegetation Editor and make sure that you enable that. Okay, once you've made those two different changes and you've restarted your project, you should be able to add these asset packs to your project. And it has to be a 5.7 version. Okay, it doesn't work with any version below that. So over here in the folder, we have the actual procedural vegetation asset, as well as the skeletal meshes here. So here is the procedural vegetation asset. We can go ahead and double click, open this up. So yeah, here is the tree that we generated. Over here are the nodes. So you can basically dig apart and see how they've generated the different branches using these different points, how they've built the mesh and textured it with this bark material, and then basically the different foliage assets. So the different branches over here, These are all the pre-made assets. So we can see the different triangles, even the different cherry blossoms over here. So all of those trees are just made up of a combination of these different assets. And then, of course, they spawn it on top of those branches. And then that's the output. So we have the different variations. We have A, B, C, and D. So the different trees. So each one of these asset packs has the actual procedural vegetation asset. So if you want to see how they've generated each one of these trees, you can go ahead and see the exact values and see basically how they've gone ahead and done that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So I want to know you guys' thoughts on this. Is this something that you're interested in learning? Maybe you're interested in picking up some of these Quixel MegaPlants from the Fab Marketplace. Let me know down in the comments down below. And that's pretty much it for this video. So I'll see you guys in the next one.